And we're back. So, as we start this off, I need a reflex save from Ghoulron.
Oh boy. Best save. No, not bad.
Okay. So you, ahead of you, see a very large red creature appear in the middle of the roadway. You have a split second to respond. What do you do?
With my knowledge I already have, do I know what this is or no?
There's not a lot of time. You see a big, giant red thing appear in the middle of the roadway. You have less than a second to respond.
Completely?
Yes. Well, if on the roadway, yes. You know that, like, if you go off the road, the car will change its ability to move.
Is it looking towards us?
It literally just appeared. There is no time to react. In fact...
That's fair.
So, yeah, I'm trying to... So, my knowledge of the card is it still can move when it's off the road, just not as fast.
Yes, it is dramatically slowed down.
My reaction would be to try and veer around
Okay. Yeah, so you can turn the wheel. The cart can drive off to the side. And as you look again, there is a man standing there in the roadway as your cart kind of comes to a bit of a slowdown. I thought we could talk.
I'm gonna look at Darius, sorry.
He was looking the other way when this all happened. He did not know so well.
Oh, I'll keep an eye on him if he for when this guy starts making his presence known.
But you all can choose to keep going if you'd like.
What language is that in?
Human or common?
So as we're slowing on the side of the road, can I think back to my knowledge that I obtained of these creatures? It could easily outrun us. The size of it, the wingspan.
Yes, it could easily outrun you.
Goron will halt the cart.
Smart man.
Who are you? And what do you want with us?
I think you know who I am. He'll start making his way up to the cart. I want what's mine. I believe maybe you have it, but I'm not certain. Either you or that old man in the tower have it. One way or another I'll find out who, but you've cost me a lot of my people, a lot of my children. What do you think is a fair exchange for all the children I've lost?
I think the fair... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was say we just wanted to help the people. We didn't want to kill anyone. Your children forced our hand. We just wanted to try to bring our people back to Knightsbridge.
You did try to.
You feel like our children forced your hand? Invaders from an outside city? We claim the city rightfully. It was ours when they chose to loot my home. They take, I take.
We were not aware that the city had been completely overtaken. And we did try to talk to them, but they didn't seem interested in that.
No, you are invaders from a foreign country upon ours.
Understandable. We didn't know at the time that we would be invaders going into it.
The way you are right now is almost delectable. So you'll understand that this is mine now. And
the city?
Yes. Kare 4 is mine, as I believe you all call it, as a fair exchange for what's been taken.
I'm not sure we have the authority to declare it's yours, but we can certainly pass along your message to the people who do have the authority.
Yes, I think that's a good idea. You pass along the message.
I'm sorry,
You little
you
nothings.
didn't give us your name, but I'm assuming that it's Pyre.
You know my name, yes.
Just for verification, so when we speak to our managers, when we speak to our higher ups, we can make sure to pass the message along, and not there be no kind of ambiguity there. And
You let your higher ups know, the people who really matter, that this is my home now.
Uran will hop off the cart and approach.
Oh, here comes the stubborn one, right? There's a stubborn one in every bunch.
I want to talk in a whispered tone so the rest of the party can't hear me. Well, they can try to perception, I guess, but my intention is for them not to hear me. And I'll whisper to the creature. Does it appear as a man?
It appears as a man right now.
I'll speak to the man. And what deals of Thoth have you made?
I don't need to make deals of Thoth. I make my own deals. You think
whatever he was hiding about you, I know it.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. What the hell's you're talking about? I don't know of a Thoth. I don't know of a deal. The only deal I have, stubborn little fool, is that you're going to go back to town, and you're going to make sure that everyone knows that Kari 4 belongs to Pyre.
It would go a lot smoother if they knew Pyre was merciful and didn't enslave those that did not know what they messed with.
You can say whatever you want, but I've heard of the negotiations with the dwarves in the mountains. Your people are willing to make all kinds of arrangements that don't satisfy them.
They are not my people. I don't know what you know of me, but I was not born of the dwarves. Well,
I'm not speaking of the dwarves. You're here with the rest of them, which means you're part of whatever patrols or whatever you're referring to them as that are supposed to be sent. Some sort of army of men.
Excuse me, Pyre, are there any particulars that you would like us to pass along to our
Kari
superiors?
4 is mine. And if I do not see the book soon, there will be more that will be mine.
Okay. Sure. Yes, we will pass the message along to them.
And how are we to communicate with you, old mighty Pyre? Will you burn us at the first sight of communications?
You staying away from my city will be proof enough that we have an agreement.
If we needed to get in contact with you, would there be a way?
You don't have a reason to get into contact with me.
Fair point. I concede.
People that should be getting into contact with me are your leaders, not some worthless group of delivery people.
Fair point. Is there a way?
Now give me back my slaves.
Come now, Pyre. You must have some sense of reasonableness. A handful of people to attest to your mercilessness.
You don't think I'm being reasonable?
Well,
There's
let's
a
not
mere-
speak out of turn, cool, Ron.
How many people are here in the car with us? Like 5? Or how many?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
A mere handful. You can't spare?
I need all of the people I can. Let me ask you. You can't just spare 5 people?
We spared countless left in that tower to die.
I mean, you could always just let these come with us as a show of good faith that, we won't encroach on Kari 4 and...
Yes, a show of great weakness. You'd love to see that, wouldn't you?
No, it's just the way the world works. Sometimes you give a little, we give a little.
The way the world works is going to start changing, isn't it? Because I believe for a long time, the way the world works hasn't involved this. And he'll like turn his head and he'll breathe out a large cone of fire. And then he'll turn back to all of you.
That's pretty impressive, actually.
Yes. So, perhaps the world is changing. For the better.
I can't speak to how the world changes, but I'm just saying, if you let us take these people, it doesn't look weak, it looks like you're merciful.
It looks weak. I defined what is weak and is strong. This is my world now.
You see yourself as a king now, Fire?
Not quite yet. But once all of you start to realize what I am and who I am, you'll fall in line. I'd love right now to do nothing more than make a show of you. But I understand there's value in making sure you don't kill the messenger.
I've heard that great kings don't seek out war, but are always prepared for it.
Great kings often fall to even fools. But you know what don't fall to fools? Kings who establish control. Total dominance.
Well, I believe that it would be easier for us to relay your message because they have seen firsthand what you're capable of doing. You personally, not the people that work for you. And they can attest to your power and relay that more effectively than we would be able to.
I'll make you a deal. Send the 5 of them over to me, and I will choose one to send back with you.
I'm gonna kind of like look over to Darius and kind of glance and see if he's doing anything, or
he doesn't know what to do here.
Yeah. Okay. That.
I think that's fair.
I'm gonna look at the rest of the party.
Especially after you've once again tried to steal from me. Your kind is very, very greedy.
Oh, this is really hard.
Oh, damn. I forgot.
Fuck. I don't know if I want to do this or not. Fuck it. Gul'ran unclasps his warhammer, throws it to the ground. If you let them go, you can have me. I left enough people die. I won't sacrifice anymore.
You delivery boys always think you're so important and valuable. I want what is mine. You're not mine. Not yet. And I'm not trading 1 for 5. I will trade you 1 for 4.
I'm assuming that you're not willing to budge on that number at all, are you?
Why would I budge? It's
Just
a
checking.
very fair deal.
Just checking, just trying to understand where we all sit on this deal.
You 4 get to go, along with 1, and I keep the other 4.
Gul'ran, looking very defeated, will pick up his warhammer, look to the people we brought with us and say, "They are free men and women. They will choose their own fate. I won't demand they do anything.
You would die
They're
for
not
us?
slaves yet."
The people in the cart are looking to the three of you. You would die for us?
We can't fight fire. You misunderstand my words. You either go freely with... You either acquiesce to Pyre or fight Pyre yourself. We cannot. Pyre knows
They will.
Now, just out of curiosity, would they be given the same treatment as the remaining people within the city, or?
If they swear fealty, I will use them for what I can.
Okay, just trying to understand exactly what's happening.
I'm sorry, as I look at Darius.
He'll
can't help you.
He'll nod understandingly. And the 5 people will all wander up to the dragon. As they get up to the dragon will slowly transform back into its normal shape. And it will pick up one of the people. This looks like a fine one to go back with you. And he will breathe fire across the man's body and throw him to the ground in front of you. That should be substantial proof.
You wanted us to deliver your message, Pyre.
That's a message to deliver.
He's made his message.
We'll be sure to deliver it. And Goran will try to carry the charred body.
I'll get out and help you carry it.
Pyre will pick up the other 4 people and fly them away.
Once it's out of earshot, Goran turns to the rest of them and say, "Mark my words, but that creature dies."
Agreed.
I'll wait a little while until it's much, much further out of earshot and kind of silently nod. That was to kind of see if there was any kind of dialect or anything in the way he spoke. 'Cause I'm assuming all of it was in common, correct?
It was all in common, but it did sound different than any dialect you've ever heard.
Interesting. I'm going to make a note of that.
I will put a hand on Goran's shoulder and say, there was nothing we could have done. He's too strong. We couldn't fight him. If someone holds a bow or crossbow at your chest and tells you to do something, you have to do it.
Goran will start the card again, and tears in his eyes, he'll say, "There was something we could have done. We could have died with honor. Instead, we flee like cowards."
No, there is a certain dignity in dying, but I believe that we can do much greater good in the long run should we stay alive, as much as I don't like saying that in this given situation.
I'll be sure to tell the laddie they're lying on the floor beside you.
If we're alive, we can at least take vengeance for him. If we're dead,
oh, we will.
We're going to do that.
If it's the last thing I do, that creature will beg for mercy at my feet.
Well, on the
and
plus
I will
side,
deny it to it.
On the plus side, at least we have a little first-hand experience as to what that is. Maybe I can do some research and find out.
Just as that creature has denied this poor soul any semblance of saving, we will do the same to it. Let's go deliver this message of war.
All right. The party will make it back to town without any further interruptions.
The dragon scared away all the rhinos.
Dragon scared away all the everythings.
I forgot to grab the shield on the way back, but it's probably for the best because I don't think that would have went well had he seen that in our cart.
No, you already have substantial enough proof at this point of the way things are.
Would I have been able to gathered any of the scales at all off of that dude before?
I thought you had said you were gathering scales from them.
Okay, yeah, I know I wanted to, but I didn't remember if I had mentioned at the end of last session. I forgot about it until about halfway through here. So, okay.
The 4 of you will make it back to Knightsbridge.
There's nothing in here to cover this body up, is there?
No. Is this not playing?
I mean, we have bedrolls. We can just put it into a bedroll for now.
Okay.
That's
Yes, I'll have to.
do.
Yeah, I'll have to acquire one of those.
So if it's
weird.
I mean, I guess no matter what time it is, we'd be heading right to Ninoslav.
Yep.
Yeah. I do have something to do when at night, but
When you guys arrive, someone will have to go fetch Ninoslav, but he will hurriedly get into the room where all of you are waiting. What is the news?
It's not good.
We undo the bedroll, I guess, and show him the charred body.
What is this? I thought you were going to bring them back.
Oh, we tried. Unfortunately, this was the message that we were allowed to bring back, along with our lives.
he called himself Pyre. I don't know if that name means anything to you personally, but he was the red-winged beast turned into a man and breathed fire out of his mouth.
But you saw it. Firsthand.
Oh,
yeah.
It saw us. Yes.
We had a handful of survivors we were bringing back because Hardavis survived and let us know he saw the creature would soon be upon us, and we didn't have time to bring out the whole herd of people. They would have slowed us down, but the creature caught up to us and promised we could have one survivor to bring back, but in a misplay of words gave us that one survivor but burnt him alive in front of us. This creature is cruel, unforgiving, and it means to destroy us all.
He said that Carifor is his because James stole from him, and he considers all of the people there his slaves, and considered that we stole from him by trying to rescue the people.
Also, James gave me a note to give to Reginald before we left. I don't know if I should give this to you or if there's a way we could set up a meeting with him.
You can all deliver this yourselves. Did it insinuate any threat to our city?
Yes, it said if it didn't get its book back, then more places would become its.
He seemed to think himself a king. He seemed to basically say that the order of the world is changing and that he is going to be the one to bring about that change.
Now.
Oh, also, we saw Elizabeth there.
Oh, yes.
I mean, that would be along the way.
Our transport was attacked. One of the survivors collected her and brought her in, but she had lost her memories.
She seemed much further along in her progression with her illness than she was when we last saw her. She didn't know us. She did not recognize us. Very vague memories at best, and didn't even recognize her parents' names.
I suppose that's better than some of the alternative reports we were afraid of.
Some, yes, but I hope she's not too far gone.
I'd like to get you to have your memories shared. I think this could be very important. Perhaps if somebody knows what we're looking at, what we're dealing with, we can maybe get someone on this to deal with this problem.
I'm afraid that won't be possible for me. Everyone else, you should do that.
Oh.
Should my mind be opened, it would endanger all those involved.
I was trying to sense or gauge what he was saying.
At this point, I would feel like we're all threatened.
Not by Pyre, but the gods themselves.
Yes, it's best not to make any more enemies out of gods such as Thoth.
Thoth doesn't find enemies easily.
This is true, yes.
Yeah, I work damn hard to make myself one, it seems.
So...
Hold on. Let me make sure I'm correct, because this could change and make where I'm sending you, where I made you an offer to go, much more pivotal anyway. You're saying that you have information potentially about this creature, Gulran, and sharing it triggers animosity from Thoth.
I can neither confirm nor deny these allegations.
All I know
blink
is
once for yes, blink twice for no.
we saw things that bared a similar resemblance to the creature physically, but more humanoid in the city. I don't know if these are anything that you've encountered, but
all I can say is Thoth has clearly barred knowledge from these creatures off for some reason, and all those who learn of it are put themselves in his path.
Have any of you heard of the stories of the Archive of the Deep?
That's a good question, Steve.
Not at all.
I have no ranks in such knowledge.
Would that have been something I came across?
That would be a knowledge history.
Oh, let us see.
No.
Oh, good. I rolled a 3. That's what I have all those ranks in there for.
The Archives of the Deep are believed to be the last record before many things here changed. There is a time where the country was first founded. A time when everything was much more separated. Before the wizards had finally unified. For some time, each of them held domain over their own land. Separated. Each of them kept their own records. But one record was lost when the wizards joined together. Because one wizard did not join. He remains there in the mines. In the mountains.
Remains there, as in is.
Well, his
alive?
legacy remains there. I know not whether or not he still lives. He remained there. He kept his stories, his notes, and other things in these archives. Now, this is a rumor that dwarves like to tell, perhaps, or maybe it is fact. But it is passed down from generation to generation. Perhaps if you are going to see what you can do in Borgholm, you could inquire about these archives. I don't imagine it will be easy to get to them, and their legend speaks of them being highly protected. That there are many creatures of stone sworn to keep out invaders. But I think thus far, in your recovery of Baru, you've proven you might have some skill and may be able to get this information back here.
Now, this place that you mentioned, where did you say it was again?
We are not certain. But the dwarves in Borgholm will likely know where to look.
Yes, Borgholm. Trying to...
And what are we doing with this book? Pyre seemed to think it was either with us or with Harvest, and when he finds out it's not with Harvest.
We must buy ourselves time.
Yes.
If this thing is willing to say that it's going to send one back with you, and this is what it sends back, I don't think if we give it the book, it's going to give us our
Internet. I
lives.
believe in you.
What?
Come on.
Ryan doesn't realize we can hear him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's freezing up. Oh.
I think you're back. Nope. There it goes. There it goes. If you can gather what you can, if you can gather this book from there, I think it will, and we can figure out what this creature is, it is probably more beneficial to us. The cams again, fixing the cams again. The cams again, hey.
You should prepare the defenses of the city as best you can.
The defenses are as well prepared as they can be. Knightsbridge is a very well fortified place, but if this thing has what it takes to bring Kari4 to ruins, I'm sure it wouldn't take it much longer to bring us down as well.
Well, we will do our best to find this archive. I'm taking it's with these dwarves you were talking about, or at least that they might know where it is.
The dwarves should be aware of where it is.
Okay.
I have worked out, if this is the case, I think I can work out something to get you there faster. No need for a cart.
Well, that's nice.
We should probably leave as urgently as we can.
Well,
I think it best that you rest first, and we can send you first thing in the morning. What? What is it?
I suppose, where exactly is this place again? You said Borgholm?
You said it 5 times.
You've been to Borgholm.
I don't know where geographically it is.
You've been to Borgholm. You were.
I'm assuming
That's the dwarven city.
Place in the
in the mountain.
tunnel, that we weren't supposed to go to.
My apologies. I was looking at the map and I was trying to.
Yeah, Borgholm's not on the map. It's not on the map because Borgholm is underground.
Yes, that makes sense. Yes.
And you do not have the map of the underworld.
That's true.
If you guys
Is
get good.
there any way that you can get a message to Maha? I took it that she was very close with Elizabeth. She probably would want to know that Elizabeth's alive.
I'll try to pass on word. For now, get some rest. In the morning, we'll have somebody that will take memories from at least one of you, and they'll also be taking you to where you need to go.
Okay.
Know this, they will be back in 5 days to pick you up. If you are not there, you will need to find your own way back.
From the outside of Borgholm?
Yes. From the outskirts of Borgholm.
5 days from when they drop us off?
5 days from when they drop you off.
Understood.
When should we pass on the note to Reginald?
Let's plan for that in the morning as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Actually, it's just a note. I will pass on the note. You can speak with him sometime afterwards. This is far more pressing.
Is the note sealed or?
Yeah.
Okay, I will Yeah, I'll hand it over. I don't want to break the seal on it. It's not my place to do that.
He'll take it. I'll make sure this gets to him in the morning. One last thing. Should probably make sure you each get these before you leave. And he will give each of you a pouch. This pouch weighs 1 pound. Inside each of those is about 200 platinum.
Oh,
wow.
You'll have to intentionally wish to draw it in order to get it.
Okay.
And you'll need very specifically to tell it that you wish to retrieve your money.
That's nice. Okay.
But it will store an infinite amount of money.
Oh.
For character sheet purposes, can we just put this as pouch Pathfinder? Like, does it tell us what this is?
It is slightly different than Pathfinder pouch. This is
Okay.
this will only fit money. Like it is too small to fit any other coinage. But it will fit any amount of money you put into it.
Even brain dollars.
You don't need a pouch for brain dollars.
So yeah, I'm just gonna write in it only for money.
Just like you don't need a pouch for creds.
What do you want us to call this? Like magical pouch, or
you can call it. I forget the actual name I had for it, but you can call it what you can call it like a infinite coin purse.
You seem excited about the name you gave it.
I called it a coin purse.
So mechanically, right, we could just put this down on our character sheet, weighing the 1
pound.
You make it weigh 1 pound and uncheck your
coins. Yeah. That's what I was just about to ask you. Okay.
Yeah, and to other people, they can't like pickpocket you unless you inadvertently forget to properly seal your pouch. And they have to know what they're reaching in for. So like if you're not carrying gold or silver or gold or platinum and they reach in for a gold, and they won't be able to find one because there's no gold in there, they'd have to specifically be reaching in for copper.
Excellent. I'll make sure to store all my money in there that I currently have in coins right now.
Okay. Well, you have 2,000 coins now. Because there's 2,000 coins in it when they give it to you.
That's very true.
I mean 200, right?
200 platinum. Sorry,
yeah.
200 platinum.
Thank you. This will come in handy for us that were strapped on weight carrying around these coins.
Absolutely.
Good. Good luck and good rest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, I think here I'll hand you all some experience while you're resting.
Before I go rest, I'm gonna go speak to Anton and kind of let him know that what happened. Give him like a gist of a need-to-know version of what has happened with the book and all of that, and that I'm not able to open it at the moment.
Yeah, you'll say that. Like he'll ask to see the book. And when you try to open it, you'll be able to open the book.
I promise you that is not what happened when I tried to open it before, but
I don't think you have any reason to lie to me.
I mean, yeah, no, I suppose that's good news. At least I'm able to open it. I'm not certain as to how or why, but I don't want to question good favor. It's so seldomly seen amongst this party, unfortunately. Does everything appear to be in there as far like stuff still looks like it's in there, or not anything specific, but like interesting?
No, everything seems to be the same way it was.
Well, I suppose that's good. But keeping it in the bag as suggested by you, I think that's how he wasn't able to find it. Hopefully, or won't be able to. I don't know. I'm so frazzled after the day we've had, a few days.
Understand. Get some rest.
Yes.
I think it's best for you.
Yes, indeed. I do have one more place I need to run to before, or one person I need to contact before. I'm so mad that I can't. I keep wanting to call this guy by the wrong name. Not Zigmar. Oh, I do have. Okay, I can contact Zigmar tomorrow. Why can't I? The investigator. Why do I have
Tehran?
Tehran, yes, thank you. I wanted to contact him and just kind of let him know that Brianna appears to still be alive, or Elizabeth appears to still be alive, and let him know that if he's able to come across any information about her or her whereabouts or anything without putting himself in danger, obviously, if you could just kind of keep track of that as best he could, it would be appreciated.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Me too. I know it's a lot to ask. Don't danger yourself doing so, but I'd like to try to help her if possible, but I'm concerned because it seems to have progressed much, much faster than expected. So.
Very well.
But yes, sorry to bother you so late, by the way. But we're leaving again in the morning, so.
Oh, safe travels then, I guess.
They just keep sending us out. But I hope so. Is there anything you'd like me to pass along to Brianna, perhaps? It seems that your suggestion worked.
Just tell her I miss her.
Can do.
She should take care of herself. I mean, I know she will. I guess I don't need to tell her that, but...
And I also have to absolutely remember this time.
Tell her...
Tell Zigmar and Gulron.
Tell her I don't mean this in a mean way, but I hope she doesn't find anyone like me.
I'm sure she'll understand what you mean. You two seemed close, figuratively and literally. But I suppose that's not much of my business. I will make sure to let her know that you miss her and that you hope that she doesn't find anyone like you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good night.
Good night.
And then I will proceed to do what I did before, to update them on the stuff that's going on.
Okay. Yeah. So in the evening, everybody take 2,000 XP.
Ooh. Where's my XP?
Was a lot. Oh wait, actually, there should be another. There should be another 600 on top of that.
Interesting. And the XP is located at...
On the third tab.
It's like right underneath where you put your class.
Yep. If somebody had been actually looking at the Discord notes, I explained all this.
I was briefly, but you said 2,600?
2,600.
So close.
No, damn it. It's the player's fault. It's always the player's fault. The GM is never wrong. This is how you GM. I read about it on a Reddit forum post.
I suppose I could have looked at it a little more closely.
It was called Reddit Only the Best GMs. Had to be right.
Oh, not RPG horror stories?
No. I assumed that was all about Critical Role.
Shots fired.
You'll get caught up in that. All right. The next morning, there will be a older gentleman that is there. He'll look over the 4 of you.
Oh, I'm assuming that my
ahead,
message
rest.
gets sent to Constad similarly. It feels like it was sent properly. Okay, cool. Just checking. Sorry.
Wait, why did that update with 0 channelings?
Oh, yes, rest.
Oh, I must have added 4 back or something already. It says 4 out of 4 on my sheet already.
Okay. Well, no, it still shouldn't show up as 0, but whatever. I'll fix that later. Okay. The party can meet with the wizard. He will ask which one of you is going to offer up your memories.
I'll offer up mine.
Okay. Yeah, he will peek in, only to find nothing.
Oh.
Damn it.
I don't understand this, but I guess I know why I'm sending you off then.
Yeah, that's concerning.
I would warn you that this is a dangerous place I'm taking you to, and where you're going is probably just as dangerous. The legends are that these creatures that guard the archive, quite dangerous.
You know anything else about them?
They are likely that I know of golems, as best I can tell. Probably the wizards' children of sorts. Some wizards take to making a lot of those. Become quite enthralled with them. Do as you ask. Golems have a tendency to be less affected by spells, so perhaps keep that in mind.
Noted. Do we have time to gather supplies, or have you brought this with you?
There is not much time. Is
We have
there?
3 rations.
Rations are not a big concern.
Says you, but are you going to feed me when I'm hungry?
I've got 9. I can spot you.
All right.
Oh, excellent.
I have a spell that might also help, so.
All right.
Are you really worried about food? Maybe you're the wrong. Maybe they are sending the wrong team down.
Can't save the world on an empty stomach.
Yes, not all of us have access to Goodberry.
Nonsense. Why don't you all just skip eating entirely?
We
Excuse
can't
me, what?
afford that ring.
Oh, yes.
Wait, maybe now we can.
Hold on. He'll step away for a moment. And he will cast a spell.
Oh.
Clearly, somebody along the chain forgot. And he'll extend a handful of rings to each of you.
So now here's the real question. Do my platinum rings for spell components count as a magical ring?
They do not count as magical rings.
Okay.
God blessed.
What?
That 3 I rolled.
Oh. The spell that he cast was a... Was it summon object, I think is what it's called, right? I always forget. No. It is a port object.
So, I don't know how you prefer this, but I'm writing ring 3 non-magical for my platinum ring, just to show it's like still on my hand.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just so I don't forget about it, because it's a spell component. Technically, all of you should have that on your sheet as well,
But yeah, these will be the rings of whatchamacallit that you all were supposed to have been issued a little while ago.
Ring of sustenance?
Yes, thank you.
Ooh.
Well, that covers my ring slots then.
This should come in quite handy. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
You'll notice that as you put them on your finger, they resize to fit.
Were they smaller?
Some are bigger, some are smaller.
Ah. Interesting.
Alright, well, let's be off. And he will teleport all of you to the tunnel that you've been in before.
I've never been here.
I guess, yeah. Two of you have not. I'm sorry.
To the city in the tunnel, or...
Huh?
To the city in the tunnel?
No, to the outside of the city of the tunnel. He cannot teleport you to the city. You're about an hour's travel out. This is as close as I can get you. Their magic stops me from getting any closer.
It is appreciated. Do you happen to have a name? Or...
In time, I suppose I could share that with you, but for now, meet me back here in 5 days. And he will etch something into the wall with an arcane mark spell.
Is there a title I should give you, or...
Why are you insisting on giving me some kind of...
In case we need to reach you.
He looks you over very closely. What are your abilities, boy?
I mean, I'm an alchemist.
Yes. A fake wizard.
Well, I prefer alternative wizard.
To be fair, aren't all wizards just fake clerics? Magic does the strongest magic.
Excuse me?
Oh, I'm glad somebody said something more upsetting to him than I did.
It's nothing to be upset about, you know. You can't compete with godly magic, but, you know, you try.
Well, Ron,
What about
let's not antagonize the person that is
I'm just
bringing
jesting
us
with the
here.
man.
What
Yes.
about the planet that nourishes us and gives us magic and other things that I'm not able to tap into?
Precisely. You don't need my name, my title, or any other designation. You need to be here in 5 days, and I will return you. I am well enough aware of magic that I will certainly not be sharing any of that with you.
I apologize if I drew any ire. It was not my intent. I just didn't know.
I just don't trust you, boy.
You're not the first person to say that to me, and I'm not certain as to why people keep telling me
Also,
this.
Antaeus, I feel like you're saying that phrase a lot. It was not your intention to cause issues, but you seem to be doing that quite a bit.
I didn't mean to upset you.
I'll let you all discuss these things. Goodbye.
Thank you for the travel.
Goodbye. Never
I'm sorry.
seen somebody so upset about
I want to apologize to him.
like for a name.
I'll send you an edible arrangement.
Well, you can't. You don't know his name.
All right, enough of you.
To that wizard guy who teleported us.
Yeah,
Is that
you can't
something
send
you can give edible arrangements?
Yeah, you can't send him an edible arrangement.
It's good to have some laughs before we get back to the serious stuff. Speaking of your abilities, Antaeus.
Yes?
You're meant to give Brianna, before I forget, you're meant to give Brianna a message in the next time you speak with her in your dreams.
Oh, yes. I spoke with her last night, but I will send her... Well, I did not speak with her directly. I spoke with Constag to ensure that it would go through properly. I didn't want to risk the chance of trying to send it to Brianna and have something happen, you know. But, yes, what would you like me to let her know?
My new temporary goddess would probably like you to let her know to explore her more. Brianna would want... She wants Brianna to follow her, I guess, or learn more about her. She's helped me in Shashot's absence. So
Now,
I think maybe
is there a name, or will that draw ire from your god as well? Or your temporary god? I don't want to be struck down, you know.
I think she wants Brianna to know her name so she can easier connect with her. The only name that has come to my thoughts is the Mistress.
Ah, excellent. Thank you.
So yes, please give me your word you'll deliver that to Brianna next time you're able to communicate with her.
Yes, I will. I will make sure to deliver it and let her know the messages.
My blessings that I tried to confer onto Elizabeth depend on this, so try not to forget.
Oh yes, I'll make sure to write it down in my little notepad.
Are you all ready to go forward?
Let's do this.
Yeah. Go.
Is that a magical notepad, by the way?
No, it's a regular notepad. Who uses magical notepad?
If I remember correctly, the tunnels were magically lit, right? Or was that our cart giving us the light?
That was partially the cart and the last stretch of the tunnel. So for the last leg of this, there will not be any light.
All right, I'll broach that topic with the party. Should we cast light on someone, or I can see fine, but
I certainly can't.
I think we have no choice. If it draws attention to us, so be it. We need you to see where you're walking. We can't walk in the blind. And just in case needs to be said, I'm shielding other Ivy as we head in.
Yep. Yeah, you will make it to the overhang above Borgholm without any problems.
Oh, yes. This minor detail of how we get back down there.
Didn't that, what was it, a gnome or person tell you how to get up and down? I kind of went about it the more crass way. I wouldn't like to repeat that.
Well, we weren't here last time you came, so...
I guess I'll be looking at Inteus when I said that.
Oh, let me mull that over for a moment and... Oh, my 4th-3 of the session.
Nope.
I don't recall.
About to be like, I can do what I did last time. Oh wait, not the same character.
York?
When I look over the cliff, how can I see the bottom? 60 feet of dark vision, or is it look past my vision?
No, this has been no, you cannot. Sorry, don't need to be random aggressive about it.
Oh,
Okay.
I suppose we could try to shine a light up here. They didn't like it last time we threw light down there. We could try to send some sort of signal, or just, well, I don't think yelling would be a good idea, but...
Well, we can just climb down like we did last time.
Oh?
Although it will be quite dangerous for myself, but perhaps I can uncumber myself with my armor and we can bring it down via rope.
Now, Hunter,
Yes.
how, with not having opposable thumbs, I think it might be difficult for him to climb down this rope. Yes?
Oh, yes.
Do none of you really have Featherfall? Damn.
Is Featherfall?
I'm an alchemist. We don't do that, probably.
I thought one of you had Featherfall last time.
No, we
Stop
got
building
that dude
feather.
to bring us down. He Featherfalled us.
I know the one guy did, but I thought somebody else was
had
saying.
it. Brianna had it.
Okay, I'm not losing my mind. I thought there was like the one guy was going to do it, but then somebody refused, and then I know,
Yeah, because it was just like a confusing situation, and he like featherfalled a bunch of people, and then you were like, "Oh well, Elizabeth didn't jump, so you didn't get it," and I'm like, "Ah!" And so Brianna featherfalled me at the last second.
Okay.
Well,
can we take a short break maybe while we figure out?
No problem.
I just need to get a kid in bed and deal with the other kid real
No
fast.
problem.
I'm paranoid he's gonna walk out.
We'll be back.
With his pants